two masked men used military weapons in a violent spree that threatened innocents. But no one knew who they were or where they would strike next. Before the FBI could stop them, lives would be lost, and law enforcement would be changed forever. On Friday, January 10th, 1986, William Roberts prepared to make a transaction at the Barnett Bank, just as an armored truck was unloading outside. Two masked robbers shot the guard in the back. As the guard lay on the ground, one of the gunmen shot him twice more. This was the robbers' fifth heist in just 3 months, and another big hit. They fled with $54,000. After driving off, Roberts would flag down an officer and tell him the story. Thanks to Roberts, the FBI had the first big break in a 3-month string of violent robberies. Then on March 14th, Special Agent Ben Grogan told a skeptical Agent Morales about a newspaper article he believed was related to the case. The article reported the attempted murder of a man named Jose Collazo 2 days earlier. Two men had shot Collazo multiple times. Then they had stolen his gun and his car. Grogan and another agent visited Collazo in the hospital.
There were two white males.
Collazo was in rough shape, with wounds to the side of his head, his arm, and his back. Collazo had gone to a recreational trail near a lake, where gun owners often practice target shooting. He was firing his .22 when two men drove up beside him.
How you doing?
The driver pulled a gun on Collazo.
Hold up, shut up.
When the assailants demanded Collazo's guns, car, and wallet, he complied.
Now back on up. Back up.
But they shot him several times anyway, at close range. Agents Ben Grogan and Jerry Dove were on their way to stake out the Barnett Bank when the impossible happened. A car that fit the description of the suspect's vehicle pulled directly in front of them. In disbelief, Agent Grogan advised all units of what he saw.
Attention all units, we're behind.
He said, "We are behind a black Chevrolet Monte Carlo."
Grogan put the light on his car and ordered a felony stop. As he pulled behind the suspect's car, he saw one of the gunmen take aim at Morales and Hanlon. Manauzi rammed the fugitive's car from behind.
They swung into a U-turn, and then Manauzi was able to hit him again and knocked him over into this parking area up against some cars over there.
The passenger opened fire with a Mini-14 assault rifle. Outgunned, Agent Manauzi crawled to cover. Agent McNeil arrived seconds later, firing at point-blank range. They were surrounded by FBI. Their vehicle could not move, but they had superior firepower. And they refused to surrender. The driver fired a shotgun blast at Grogan. McNeil hit the driver in the neck. But the semi-automatic kept pumping out the rounds until one finally caught McNeil in the hand. Morales and Hanlon advanced to cover him. Hanlon's .38 held 5 rounds. The Mini-14 had 30 rounds in each clip. And one of them shot down Agent Morales.
It was all one continuous recollection. It was like 1 second I'm looking at Gordon McNeil's back, trying to maneuver to his left, and the next second is blue sky. And I looked at my left arm, and my left arm was completely shattered. It was like roadkill.
His partner was down, but the shooter kept on firing. But when he tried to escape out the window, Jerry Dove hit him in the chest with his 9mm. But to Dove's horror, the man shot McNeil in the neck.
I couldn't move my upper body, I couldn't move my arm, and I couldn't move my legs, so I assumed that I was totally paralyzed at that particular point. I couldn't move.
By now, the shooter had been hit 4 times, but he continued to advance and fire. The agents knew they were outgunned, firing 6 shooters against the suspect's 30-round semi-automatic assault rifle. Dove and Grogan were forced to retreat behind their car to reload. Hanlon, too, reloaded. But the shooter kept on coming.
One went right through my knuckles on my right hand.
As Hanlon tried to retreat under the bumper, the gunman shot him in the groin.
The blood geysered from my groin to my knee. I mean, the blood just came out like a balloon breaking.
Grogan was hit. And then Dove. Before they could reload their weapons. The subject made his way to Agent Dove's car. With his left arm nearly blown off, Agent Morales managed to pull himself up. The shooter was trying to flee, and Morales had to stop him. Mortally wounded, the second suspect somehow dragged himself out of his car and joined his partner. If the car started, Morales knew they could only go in reverse and back over the fallen agents. With his shotgun empty, Morales changed to his revolver and staggered forward, firing at the subjects. Morales' shots lodged in the men's spines, killing them both. It was a violent end to the lives of 2 violent men. Just a few minutes after it began, the bloodiest firefight in FBI history ended in tragedy. 2 agents were dead and 5 wounded. Agent Jerry Dove lay dead. At the age of 30, he'd earned a law degree and fulfilled his boyhood dream of joining the FBI. He wanted to make a difference and had given his life trying. His partner, Ben Grogan, had also perished in the firefight. He had been just 1 year away from retirement, when his wife could finally have stopped worrying about her husband's dangerous career. Technicians recovered 143 bullets fired from the fugitive's weapons. Agents and officers now carry more powerful weapons, and their training better prepares them for violent confrontations like the one on April 11, 1986.